Okay. We're just seeing if we have some audio here. Get this party started. Hope everybody's having a good night. Give it a second here. Okay, hope everybody's good. We've got some audio. Everything's rocking and rolling. And get started. Okay. Cool. If you're just joining in the chat, drop your name in the chat. We'll get started here in just a second. Cool. Got everybody chilling out. Cool. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing well? Good to see you. Welcome to the Saturday night jam session. Having some fun here. I got Buddha Belly hanging out. I got Ode 10 Cafe. How's it going, my friends? Hope everything is going well. If you're just joining the live stream, go ahead, drop your name in the chat. Let me know who we're hanging out with tonight, and see who we're going to be jamming with on this storyboard jam session. If we haven't met before, my name is Paul Angeli. I'm a live action storyboard artist and brought this YouTube channel to you. And welcome to the channel. This channel is absolutely free for those watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification button to be reminded of the next time I am hosting one of my live streams. First thing I'm going to kick off real quick is just, I hope everybody's enjoying these quick snippet, quick live streams I've been doing on breaks or whenever I get free 2 seconds. They're not very long, maybe about 10 minutes or so. And I hope you're enjoying watching some of these. I think it's a sort of a day in the life, slice of life of a storyboard artist, and practicing your skills and honing on your skills. And so whenever I get a quick break, I just break out my paper, couple pens. You know how I usually work. I usually have a couple pens on me, usually a Sharpie or a sort of an ink pen or ballpoint pen or something, and I just sketch. So if you're watching those, or if you've caught those so far, I got to put some cool title cards on them. But when I'm doing them, they're all vertical too, so they're a vertical format. So do apologize. It's harder to watch when you're on the computer, but I hope they're pretty cool. I hope you're enjoying them. Put it in the chat if you've been enjoying those. Today I was doing some manga and drawing some different characters and those type of things today. So I've been doing it for a little while now. Been a couple weeks on and off. So let me know if you're enjoying those, please, in the chat. So Marianne GR, what's going on? So I got Ode 10 Cafe, Buddha Belly, Marianne GR, and just whoever else is on. Don't forget to drop your name in the chat. Say hello. So we're getting going here. So again, we're going to be talking a little bit more detail. I remember the theme of tonight's episode is get out of your comfort zone and level up your work. Okay, and I think it's super important to always be leveling up, always striving to become better at what you're doing. And we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks to help you level up your work. A lot of you are putting in a lot of time into your storyboards and into your comics and into your art itself. And I think you just got to sit there and always have a trajectory for yourself, because if you're on a plane, you always want to see that incremental on that plane. You want to see that incremental improvement every time you're doing a sketch, every time you're doing a storyboard sequence, every time you're working on something. And I'm here today to talk about a comfort zone and get out of that comfort zone. We get stuck in drawing a certain thing, and we got to get out of that realm, and we got to do something new. Like, I haven't drawn a lot of manga and lately or recently, and I thought, I'm going to draw some manga. I'm going to have some fun with it and see where I can go with it. And it sounds like a lot of you folks out there have been really enjoying these short little 5-10 minute little live streams in terms of what we're doing. So it's just something I was playing around with it, going, hey, that's a great idea to talk about leveling up and about getting out of your comfort zone. We all do it, and we all get stuck in times. there was a time there that I was always only drawing 3/4 heads, and for some reason, every time I drew, it was a 3/4 head, 3/4 head, 3/4 head, and whatever, male, female, monster, whatever it was. And my wife looks at me one day and says, "Hey, listen, can you draw something else? Please, just draw something else other than a 3/4 head." We get into those ruts, and I'm here to kick you out of that rut and get out of that rut. Keep pushing, forward in terms of what we're doing. When we kicked off 2024 together, we talked about, kicking it off, starting something new. And I think this is sort of like we're here, we've gone through, was it January, February, March, April, May, June. We're about halfway through the year, guys, of 2024. And if you've started back at the beginning of the year, you've been watching this channel, you should be able to have seen, and a lot of you, I've seen your work. It's far superior than how you started 6 months ago. And that's where you want to, that's sort of your North Star in terms of where you're trying to go. You were here, you see that North Star up in the northern summer sky right there, and you want to keep going to that North Star and just keep getting better and better and better at what you're doing. But you can't get better at what you're doing until you do something new. And you get out of that comfort zone, and trying something new. Maybe it might be a food, or you you get out of your hometown. There might be something that you're fearful of, and you get over it, and you try something new of whatever it might be. Maybe it might be meeting new people. It might be a different style of drawing. Get out of your comfort zone and get into something new. Maybe something that's there to inspire you, in terms of what you're doing. So, and I think it's really important. And I found, working, just being able to be ready to go. And, I think I've mentioned it quite a few times when you're working with a director or you're working with your client and, hey, Polly, can you draw this? Or, hey, Polly, can you draw that? You need to be able to rock and roll. So, if they're asking you to draw, in perspective, or, there's a vehicle chase scene or something, you got to be able to rock this stuff out, or you might have something where there's a lot of special effects, and can you draw what a storm looks like? Can you draw, a hurricane or a tornado or whatever it might be? So think about all those different things that you're not used to drawing, and, try something new and just try that one thing to see what it's doing. So one of the things I was playing around with was manga. I haven't drawn for a while in a manga form since I was doing my Jackie Chan style interactive games and comics and storyboards and stuff back in the day. So I haven't done a lot of that stuff. But I was watching that show, and I don't know if you guys have caught that Blue-Eyed Samurai. I thought that was a fantastic show. I had one of my buddies working on that show, and just fantastic cutting edge on with 3D, with the animation, with the sequences. I felt like I was watching a live action, animated series there, and I thought it was pretty cool. So if you ever get a chance to check out, I know here on YouTube there's a couple of the episodes are free through I believe it's Netflix, their site there, and on YouTube. And I think you can watch the original episode, episode 1, and there's some other sequences and stuff. But absolutely phenomenal. I thought it was well put together, and just a different twist to the storyline and something different. So, you sort of pushing out of your comfort zone of those things, or bringing in a new way of looking at the samurai, and the samurai journey in terms, there's certain cornerstones that are the same, but it's really pushing the boundaries of the storytelling of what you can do. And I was really amazed at the sequences and how they put their shots together for that particular series. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Cool. So let's talk about getting out of your comfort zone, and what are some tips and tricks to get out of your comfort zone of what you're trying to do. And we're going to draw a little bit together too. So grab your pens, your paper, whatever you got with you, and let's draw together. But first, how's everybody doing? I see everybody saying hi and stuff. How's your night going? How's your weekend? And are you drawing? And what are you drawing? What are you working on tonight? So answer in the chat. Love to know. So I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. In terms of what I'm doing. Cool. Let's talk about that. Cool. Let's turn this off and go over to Little Poppy. Boom, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take some notes here and stuff that you guys can use to get out of your comfort zone, some different ways that you could be working to level up your work and to get better at what you're doing in terms of how you're going forward and doing it. So let's get that. I've been enjoying putting that black background on here, so let's throw a line in there. Paperbacker, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Let's get a new layer in here. Boom. Okay. And let's zoom into this. Okay. And then let's add another layer in here. Use that blue color. Level up your work. Get out your comfort zone. Okay, and that's what we're talking about today. Ode1 Cafe says, I was drawn along with you, Pirate Dude, last time. I'm turning it into a sequence. Cool. I love to see that. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you do with that pirate, that crazy pirate captain. I've been working on that one for a little bit now, and have a cool fight scene I've been putting together between that mermaid character I was working with, the sort of the Ronin mermaid versus the pirate captain. So I've been working on that sequence here, and I had the sequence sort of all thumbnailed out, but I didn't show it on our last live stream. But one of these live streams, I'm gonna have to use that as one of our shows and go over that sequence of that fight sequence. But very cool. I look forward to seeing what you're doing with Ode10 Cafe. Share it with me. I'll leave you with my contact information here at the end of the show. So please be sure to share. I'd love to see what you come up with. And Buddha Belly, I've been building the scenes of the coffee table. Cool. Yeah, you guys, I know Buddha Belly's been working really, really hard on her storyboards there from being able to share with us last week. And she's put a lot of time into that. And we've been really enjoying seeing the progress that Buddha Belly's been putting into her work. So that's what you do. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to level up your work. So, you know, as we look at stuff and we look at trying to get out of our comfort zone, and I sort of look at it like this. Circle in there. This is sort of your comfort zone. Is right here. And, you know, Badger, what's going on? I'm always out of my comfort zone. No, you're not. You got some skills, buddy. Go for it. Keep going, man. So you got your comfort zone, okay? And this is our home base. We feel good about this. This makes us feel good. It's like being snuggled up in your bed, you know, drinking your favorite drink, eating a big piece of chocolate cake, whatever your favorite dessert. You know, it's that comfort zone. You know, it's you know you got to work out, but it's like I want to stay in the comfort zone. I like not working out. I like that. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get over here. You know, we're outside, okay, and this makes us uneasy. It makes us nervous. It makes us question ourselves. And what we're trying to do is, in a sense, is when I'm looking at this, we're trying to think of yourself as a giant amoeba or something, and there's this particle here. And we're trying to get better at what we're doing, but we have to learn and put those skills into play to get to where we're going. Maybe we need some skills. We need to level up our skills. Maybe we need to practice. Maybe we need to try something new. Maybe we need to try a new tool. Maybe it's a new software. And by focusing on, say, these different things, we start to grow from our comfort zone to this piece here that we're trying to be. And this is our, let's just say this is our level up, okay? This is our power pellet there that we're trying to get to. And by doing that, what will end up happening over time is we'll be able to expand our comfort zone, okay? And you will no longer be in this comfort zone. Now your comfort zone is really big and you broke through your shell in terms of what you're doing. I was having I had the opportunity to see a friend of mine that I haven't seen for a long time, and very talented artist himself. He works over at Industrial Lights and Magic, and I went over to his house today to visit and say hi, and it was a great time to catch up real quick. And we were, one of the things that catapulted talking about leveling up is he was talking about, the type of 3D work he was doing and special effects work he was doing, and he was getting to do a lot of it. He was doing a lot of creature work, and we were talking, and he had to learn something new in terms of something that he didn't usually do for work. And at this time, he had to push himself even harder to open up that comfort zone out of what he was usually doing and to level up so he could get work too. And I think it's really important, even for us professionals that are out there in the industry and you're working, and whether if you're in special effects or in storyboarding for live action, you're in animation, you're in cartoons, animated shows, you're in comics, or you're in some sort of visual storytelling or filmmaking, you need to always be leveling up, and you can't get stagnant in terms of what we're doing. And I use my friend in case in point to, there was, he had his comfort zone. He was comfortable doing this. He was getting to work on a lot of films doing this particular aspect, or a certain aspect of the special effects process. And to get more work, he had to learn something new. So he had to throw that stone out further than what he knew and within his capabilities, and he had to build up on that. And now he has grown his comfort zone. And instead of being a little comfort zone, now he has a bigger comfort zone, and more projects are coming to him, and he's getting more work and doing other things, that he wasn't usually doing because he got out of his comfort zone. So if you think about it, you got to do the same type of thing within your work as well. No matter what discipline of work you're doing in the entertainment field or artistic realm, you always have to be getting better and better and better and better. So, and it doesn't stop. I would say learning, it just doesn't stop. And you have to, I'm always learning too. I don't know it all, and I'm always challenging myself to sit there and go and reevaluate. And you think about it right now, the month of June is a great time to maybe we'll do another video on this, another live stream about reevaluating yourself. And we've spoken about style and all these different aspects of getting better at what you're doing. And I think it's a good time to sort of have a middle of the road. It's the middle of the year, and we're about ready to do the back half 6 months of 2024. And are you at where you want to be in 2024? Because you got 6 more months to get it done before we move on to 2025. Did you go do that project that you wanted to do? Did you submit that portfolio to that company that you wanted to get to? Did you work on that special project that was personal to you that you wanted to do? And so maybe we'll do that as one of our future live streams. Let me know in the chat if that's something you want to do. but you know, just have that sort of that midpoint of the year to sort of reevaluate. I do a lot of reevaluations of my own work and what I'm doing, you know, professionally. Each and every, you know, I would say I sort of look at it, I would say decently monthly and then quarterly. You know, it's like, am I seeing progress in terms of what we're trying to do? You know, I can do the same thing with this YouTube channel and do the same thing here too. You know, and you know, we're always trying to level up and you know, produce better work and be able to communicate better with what we're doing. So throw it in the chat. What are those things that you're trying to level up right now? So I'd really like to know. We got a lot of great people on here, a lot of friends in this community on this channel, and folks I've met from other channels and stuff like that. So just, you know, Bad Badger, Buddha Belly, Ode One Cafe, Paper Bagger, Marianne GR, Buddha Belly. So what is that? What is that one thing that you're going to toss out there and work and continue honing in on to get yourself out of that comfort zone? You know, so drop it in the chat. I'd really love to know what you're doing and how you're doing it. Take a sip of my drink while we're talking. And it could be anything, friends. Are you going to work on a new piece of software? Are you going to try a new artistic style? Are you going to use a new tool? Are you going to, you know, do your first animatic? You know, are you going to write your own first story? What is it that you're going to be working on? I'm curious. So if you're throwing that pebble out there and you're trying to level up your work, what is that one thing you're going to be focused on? Maybe for the next in the next 4 weeks or so. What is it they're going to be working on? You know, what are you going to challenge yourself on? Drop it in the chat. I know you guys are listening and drawing at the same time, but yeah, I'm just real curious. Throw it up in there when you get a chance. Cool. Turn these off here. Boom. Throw another layer on here. New layer. So what are you going to do to get out of your comfort zone? I know it's scary too. Do this one more time. So one of the things when I'm drawing or I draw on the computer, I always try to use a grayscale on there. And let's see, Bad Badger said, I made a PNG tuber yesterday. I want to challenge myself in getting more on live streams and interacting with other artists. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, no, it's always fun to interact with other artists. I'm trying to put together some sort of get-together with the folks here on the live stream. I got an idea, and I don't want to introduce it yet, but I want to, you know, share it with you guys. Probably we'll do it. I'll probably share it on Monday's live stream. Something to do because I think it'd be fun to sort of all chat together at the same time. I know live streams only go so far with me chatting and you guys texting back and forth. But yeah, I think that's a cool idea, Bad Badger. And don't forget, Bad Badger, you owe me something in 30 days. Don't forget. So I made a PNG tuber yesterday. I want to challenge myself in getting more on live streams and interacting with other artists. That's very cool. Yeah, no, that's what helps give you some. It makes you inspired. It makes you feel something. You know, it makes you like want to go out and do something when you're working with cool artists, making stuff happen. Buddha Belly says I did a lot of scenes today. I liked how they turned out. Cool, cool. So I'm gonna start sketching a little bit if you guys don't mind while we're sitting here talking. Like I was saying, I was sitting there playing around, working around this, doing a little bit with this anime and manga thing. Haven't tried it digitally yet. Sort of play around with it. Bad Badger, we actually watched while on vacation. Very cool. Ode One Cafe say I need to actually start putting everything I learned together. My comfort zone is practicing everything one thing at a time instead of actually putting everything together into practice. Yeah, sometimes Ode 10 Cafe. Thanks for sharing that. That's pretty good. It's a good comment, and one of those things is we could overlearn, and there's so many people that can give you advice and share with you, and that's why I started up the one-on-one mentorship. Uh, and the goal for the one-on-one mentorship isn't to have a year-long mentorship or a 6-month membership or a mentorship or anything like that. The point for me is to sit down and have a quality one-on-one conversation with you and give you some feedback and some pointers and some valuable content and some valuable feedback and process, so then you can take that and go on your journey and go be successful. There's so much free stuff out there. I don't want to waste people's time with stuff you can get really free online, and I want to really give you the, like, this is what you need to do, or this is something you could try, or something like that. So that's why I developed this one-on-one mentorship, and had a few people set it up already, and just to have that feedback. I think it's great to get feedback from other artists and get you in the right direction quicker than sit there and learn about stuff we can readily all learn easily online, or you bought this X book or whatever. Give me something fresh and new and a different way to do it. And I appreciate you sharing. But we can overlearn at times, Ode 10 Cafe, where it's just too much noise. And I'm just gonna take a pause here real quick. I'm gonna talk to you, and I think a lot of people will get some great value out of this too, because it's so true. When I first wanted to get into storyboarding, and especially for live action, I tried to learn as much as I could, and what I found myself doing was I was spending so much time learning and knowing that this and that, and how to do this and how to do that. I wasn't getting anything done. And by taking a step back and just saying, forget this, I'm just going to do. And I think we can, you just got to get in and do it. You got to put in the work, Ode 10 Cafe. Some people are, I remember when I got my degree, there was somebody that was getting a PhD in the same degree. It was a family friend getting the same degree I had a master's in and doing a PhD. And I didn't understand, why are you getting a PhD in this? Just for a doctoral, to be called a doctor, whatever. But it's like, it's just, you can overlearn stuff. What I'm trying to say is, as a professional, you're always constantly learning. So don't get that mixed up. But when you're just starting off and you're learning this, and this person's telling you this, and this person's telling you that, and you've got this idea, just do it. You don't need to, there is no become a storyboard. Just be a storyboard artist. Go draw your sequence. Go get that done. And that's coming from me to you, my friend. Just start drawing the sequences. And you know what? I remember my first sequences, they were train wrecks, man. I'm just like, they made no sense. And I've had professionals look at some of my original live action storyboards, and I was like, what? What's going on? So, just do it. You will get better with every iteration that you're doing. You'll get better for every new sequence you come up with, and you keep throwing that stone ahead of you, and keep getting that knowledge. And by doing it, you will learn how to do this stuff, So I hope that helps you out, Ode 10 Cafe. Start drawing those sequences. I don't care if it's in Photoshop, Storyboard Pro, it's on a piece of paper and pencil. I don't care. Just start drawing out your sequences. You're going to be so appreciative seeing that final sequence. Like, I'll give you an example of Buddha Belly. Buddha Belly's so excited that she got her first sequence done. And you know what? She's going to look back at that sequence and go, wow, I've done so much better, and that wasn't very, it was a lot of hard work, but I know so much more now. Let me do it again, So go out and go do those things. So anyway, so like I said, did a lot of scenes today. Okay, so Buddha Belly was working on her sequences with her dark dark comedy. That's cool. Bad Batcher, we actually watched it while on vacation. Very cool. And Bad Badger said, I didn't forget, Paul. That movie never leaves my mind. Cool, don't forget. Marianne GR says, I'm still struggling with backgrounds, but I prefer to focus on character design, creating concept art of my own models with clay because I enjoy it more. Cool, cool. You know what's funny, and this goes to you, Marianne GR. When you're working and you change your medium. You know, we went from paint to pencil, pen to pencil, to even clay. I remember in middle school, there was I was like I said, I was going to become a doctor. I was in a biology class, and we were doing all sorts of dissections and things like that of frogs and worms and all that fetus pig and stuff like that in middle school. And there was a young kid in that class, and he was probably the best sculptor I've ever seen at a junior high level. And this young guy, he literally created the frog and he created the fetus pig all but with clay. And he had different colored clays, and he built the actual replica of the fetus pig with all the organs to spec. And it was just like amazing, you know. So we use different, you know, where I'm more of I can draw it all out, but that person did it all by clay. And so use those different mediums and try different things. I saw somebody do paper cutouts of a new animated sequence of Coraline just with paper cutout. You know, I mean, there's so many different ways. And whatever inspires you to go get it done, leveling up, you know, and get that stuff done. So go for it, Marianne GR. That sounds like fun. You know, it's always good. And then when you go back to do it on pen and paper, it just makes it more fun because you've already played around with it and you got inspired. Buddha Belly says, I already look at the second sequence like, oh no, I have a way better version. Yeah, you know, and that's the hard part, getting it from your noggin all the way through your arm and onto and through your pen and getting it all down. So, but you're on the journey, Buddha Belly. Keep going, keep going, keep pushing. I'm cheering you on. So, Ode 10 Cafe, for sure, Polly. The pirate I've been doing is actually the first time I've ever committed to doing my own sequence. And remember, a sequence, you know, it doesn't need to be hundreds or thousands of drawings, Ode 10 Cafe. Listen, you know, you read a comic, like a Sunday comic like Family Circus, and it's a single image. Or you see some of those comedy, you know, bits that are just a single image telling a story. Or you go into something like Calvin Hobbes, you know, where you have so many beats in your conclusion, you know, and all you're doing is going longer and longer and longer telling your story. So take it bit by bit. See how that sequence works out for you. And I'm excited to see that. You're going to have to share that with me, Ode 10 Cafe. I'd love to see your pirate sequence. Part of me wants to run away from it and just go do my comfort zone stuff. But I've been telling yourself, no, just do it. Your brain is telling you something smart there, Ode 10 Cafe. Just do it. And it's okay. You know, I remember my first, you know, like I was talking about the first sequence I ever did, it was total crap. And it's just, you get better and better and better because you're learning through that process. So give yourself a chance. And that's where, as an artist, you got to be kind to yourself. You know, you got to be. There's so much, and you know, now that everybody's migrated off of Instagram over to Cara, and you know, you see all these works, and don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Just compare yourself to you. Compare yourself to the work you did last month. Compare yourself to the work you did last week. Compare yourself to the work you did 2 years ago. Are you getting better? You'll see it. A lot of people expect it to be overnight. It takes time. It takes a lot of practice. And, you know, we can put that as a different video and show you some of the older sketchbook, even older sketchbooks, where I was just going on, or go back to some of my high school elementary artwork, you know, go, wow. So anyway, but just give yourself time to make mistakes. Give yourself time to tell your stories, and be kind to yourself. It's a process, and you have to learn. So very cool. Yeah, but just go for it. Everybody, and that goes for everybody on the the live chat right now who's watching the live stream. For those of you at home watching this on the replay, be kind to yourself, but just get in and get it done, man. Just do it. Draw the damn thing and get it done. And put it behind you and get on to the next one. It's like writing screenplays. I've been working a lot on writing screenplays, and I've written some garbagey screenplays. Okay, cool. Let's get on to the next one because you're learning. You're learning. Well, maybe the first pass, I was learning the formatting. Then you're learning your story and how to put your story structure together. And just keep working at it. It takes time. It's like anybody who's becoming a director or filmmaker, just pull out your camera, like pull out your phone and start making a damn movie. Well, you don't need to wait for somebody's permission. Please go out there and just start doing this stuff because the industry, the market, the audiences need to hear your voice. And so the sooner you get this stuff done, the sooner we can hear your voice and see your vision. So get to it, friends, get to it. So cool. Enough speech making. I'm gonna go start drawing a little bit. So cool. Any questions? Drop in the chat. If you guys are enjoying this live stream and you're inspired and you keep going and you keep rocking it, cool. I appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button to remind you the next time I am live. And I've been trying to do these quickie live streams. I hope you guys have been enjoying them. Also, too, let me throw it up real quick. For those of you that are interested in the mentorship, boom, there it is. I am not sponsored by Buy Me a Coffee, but I've partnered up with Buy Me a Coffee, and I have my donation link on the description of this particular video. And also here, I just started up the one-on-one mentorship. I know I've had quite a few people sign up and been having those conversations with folks. So if this is something that you'd want to take advantage of and feel that you need that, I want to make myself available to those individuals that would like to sit down with me for a serious 30-minute session on Google Meet. And for those of you that took me up on my offer last week where I met with everybody for free. This is a paid one-on-one mentorship. This is not a mentorship program. This is not a program. This is just time for me to listen and help you get to where you want to go. So please take a look at that real quick. And if you get a chance, if you're not interested, that's cool too. I'll try to help as many people as I can with the YouTube channel. Cool. Let's get in and let's draw a little bit. Sound like fun? Let's do it. Okay, let me go back over here. Let me turn Big Poly off. Need a better control panel with this. Okay, so we're back over here. Got Photoshop rocking. Let's draw. Let's draw some manga. Draw some more manga. Let's just sort of see. A lot of people draw different ways. I see a lot of people, they'll draw like this and they'll do their drawings and do stuff like that. I've been practicing so much. I just find my landmarks. And I just sort of get going on it. Sometimes I do an underdrawing just to do different stuff. Let's delete this real quick. Because when I'm drawing, I'm not really, I sort of see the shape in my head and what's going on and how I want to do this. And sometimes I might just do the under drawing like this. How I'm doing. That's when I think the benefits of drawing digital are sort of fun. So I'll come in there, I'll try different brushes and stuff. And what I sort of do is I just create my under drawing, then I can just draw over it and just sort of have fun with it. I try to see if there's something I see. Oops. Ooh, that wasn't good. Lost my whole drawing right there. Whoops. Boy, I'm going cracko, wacko, cracko here. That's okay. We're going to fix that in a second anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just go and I'll just drop it down, add another layer in, and then play with it from there. Oops, do a little thicker. The reason I started drawing a little bit more manga is a lot of you guys during our one-on-ones just wanted to see a little bit more of that style. A lot of you like that. I have to practice a little bit more with it and stuff. And some thicker brush in there. Embrace it. You're funny. Yeah, I'm not scared of blacks when I'm using the ink pen. Just having fun with that. Just trying different things. Let's throw all this together real quick. Cool. Let's shrink her down a little bit. Sounds good. You. Some light on here. Just having fun with this a little bit. Trying different brush. Just having fun playing around with this real quick. Play with these eyelashes just a tad more. Get that back down. See how that looks. A little bit different there. Let's try something totally different now. Hope you guys are drawing along and working on your projects. Okay. Play around with this a little bit. Let's go to just a smaller. Smaller line here. Shrink that down a little bit. Something a little bit different here. Sort of having fun with this one. So break out of your comfort zone. Let's go 12. There's other ways you can draw this too, is just by I'm going to start showing the lasso tool. I think it's a great tool to use. You can get some interesting shapes. You just hold down the shift key. And I can simply just quickly, boom. You can sort of see the shapes come to play a little bit. Oops. Let's do it full front. See some quickness. One thing that I like putting in with my dragons, just creatures, is I was always a big fan of Todd McFarlane's Violator character, where the jaw comes out even further. On the creature. I think it's fun to draw creatures. If you're not used to drawing creatures, I think it's good to practice real life animals. It gives you the know-how about the creature and sort of work on them. Let's add some sort of effects on there. Different color blue. Having some fun with this. Shrink him down a little bit. Just having fun with this drawing tonight. Cool, we got some cool stuff going on here. Awesome. Well, we got some little bit of manga, some sort of crazy kaiju going on here. Let's see what else. I think we're good with that. That's sort of funky, cool. Throw a save on that guy. Cool. Again, you know, like we're just drawing and hanging out, doing a little bit of illustration tonight on our jam session, and having some fun. I hope you were working on your drawings and having some fun with it too. And you know, again, don't forget to push yourself. Get in, get your drawings done, go for it. Get the bad work out of the way first, but get in and get that sequence done. Get that comic strip done. Get that comic layout done. Even if you're telling a 2 to 3 page comic story, you know, keep a limit. Maybe do 20. We did the Alien chest burster sequence last Saturday, and that was about 52 shots that we put together. Take the time, put those together, see how that works for you. But get in, push yourself. You got to keep pushing through. Don't compare yourself to other people, and compare yourself to you. This is your voice, your unique artistic ability, and push yourself. Get to the next level. Remember, we're at the halfway part of 2024. Get in there and toss that skill set you want to acquire before the end of the year, and get better and better and better. If you need help, give me a holler on my buy me a coffee section there. Again, for my mentorship, if that's something that you want to do and need a little bit of extra help and guidance, let me know. You can the link is in the description of this particular video if you'd like to link into that. Feel free to do that. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, my name is Paul Angeli. I'm a live action storyboard artist. Please, if you enjoyed what you're watching today, I'd appreciate it. It absolutely costs you nothing to subscribe to the Paul Angeli YouTube channel. So just go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification button to notify you the next time I am going live. And I've been almost going live almost here or there, almost daily, even if it's just a short burst of time, just showing some sketching practice. I don't have my digital stuff. I just work traditionally and to get that done. But I look forward to seeing all your projects. You know, Ode 10 Cafe, I'd like to see your pirate particular sequence that you're playing with. Buddha Belly, look forward to chatting with you soon. And so I appreciate everybody joining. I got, like I said, Buddha Belly, Ode 10 Cafe. I got Marianne GR. Keep working, my friend. And I'm actually going to send me a photo of what your clay work looks like. That'd be great. Bad Badger, keep at it, my friend. Appreciate you joining in. What else did I have? Paper Bagger, thanks so much. Appreciate you joining in as well. Again, if you enjoyed and had a good time and feel like buying me a cup of coffee or whatever, super appreciate that. Use that same buy me a coffee site and just drop me a coffee right there. I'd super appreciate that. Thank you. Again, have a great night, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you're a father out there, happy Father's Day. And I hope you have a great time with your family and your friends. Or if you have a dad out there, have fun with your celebration with your fathers tomorrow. Enjoy your day. I look forward to seeing you back on Monday. And we'll get this going again. And I'm trying to figure out what we're going to be focused on Monday. I'll put that lesson plan together because I want to get back into our mastering the basics of storyboarding on Mondays. So again, I look forward to seeing you on the next live stream. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with me on the live stream, or if you're watching this on the replay, that you took time out of your busy day to watch this video. Thank you for watching. Super appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and go for it. Go tell your stories. The world needs to hear your voice and see your vision. Anyways, have a great night, everybody. I will see you on the next one.